The coverage back then sure was epic. This is the encore presentation was broadcast yesterday on the TV. This is I had to record subject on the storage media, then do post-processing with my elder bros NZ Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar at the HQ in the ELC. As with iTrexer for R-86 64 Studios with my friends and brother Chris Xylastar as Chris burns the final product to the DVD. Now this is prom is coming to the ELC and here in the Tx.Y, but prom in ELC won't be until the 29th in next 3 days, as the one here in Trex City isn't until May 12, 2023. I do have the video via MP4 file on my laptop tablet combo that I to share with my friends later on in the day, in which I have finished watching. Now I heard from my friend on two-way to head to the clock tower for a surprise, being Steven as he got a ride for like a few weeks. As it's 2 PM right now, as I was chatting with my friends Raymond and Robert plus my brother Chris and friend Savage. Now I must put laptop tablet combo to sleep, and carry it with me as with my phone, as I look out the window, to be a splendid day as weather calls for a nice day as I check Trex weather channel. I hear the printer in action, must be printing off the page, as I must check into what just printed off. It's the reminders for agenda for today in which gets printed off. I must note the event on subject 1 as me and my friends were discussing on subject as we made predictions. Chris friend roots for the Defiance while Chris, Steven, Robert, Raymond, and I root for the Sharks, not the SJ Sharks from the NHL, I am talking about other Sharks. The Shock from the OWL, being tomorrow at 3, also the HNM Canberra-Gumballen on the 30th at 3, Star Wars Day on May 4th and Cinco de Mayo, in which some locales in Trex City to celebrate Cinco de Mayo on May 5th, 2023. This is I head to the kitchen to the fridge to get a drink, as I am thirsty. Coca-Cola. Did Chris got that just earlier today when he went grocery shopping? Must open the bottle and give it a drink. Thirsty. This is I to whoa. The clock on the oven is several minutes fast, as it's 2:15 as I check my watch, 2:05, approaching 2:06, as I have to reset the oven clock although the date is correct. There. Must confirm on the clock beside. Yes. 2:06 PM. This in which is time for me to head to the Trex Mobile and to see Steven and 3 of my friends as bro Chris is at Savage's apartment who's visiting. I must have to check the charge level, as the PHEV battery is full, as I have since refueled this morning. I must have to unplug and put the plug back to the base. Gonna start it up. Disengage the parking brake, buckle up, shift into D, and drive off, but must stop at Bogey's house next door to see how the Golden Knights and the Maple Leafs preform and the upcoming fixtures in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Hello, Trexer.
Hello, Bogey. What's up with the Maple Leafs and the Golden Knights?
Golden Knights and the Maple Leafs lead the series 3-1 each against the Jets and Lightning. In matches on the 24th, Leafs win 5-4 in overtime, as Golden Knights win 4-2. The next pitchers for the Leafs and Golden Knights is tomorrow, in Game 5. Puck drops is after 7 p.m. for the Leafs, 10 p.m. for the Golden Knights.
I must note this occurs after the Diffus and the Sharks match in OWL, in which occurs same day as Game 5 of hockey matches initial round in the Stanley Cup playoffs, as SFS and TOD occur at 3, then the Leafs and the Lightning, then the Golden Knights and the Jets.
That is correct. Also take note of one other hockey event to occur tomorrow, but much closer to home.
Eep. Oh my god. I must not forget on the topic. The RBHA Bloxy Cup 2023 Finals Game 7, Trex City Shock vs Cryptor City Maple Leafs, tomorrow at 7, series are tied 3-3, Game 7 is held at Trex Arena.
You should put that on your DVR.
Will do. Anyhow, I must get going as I to see yat around.
Alright, goodbye Trexer. This is I must head inside as I to inform my friends of the hockey match Trexer just said.
Now, to await my friends, as I do note, 2 of my friends Robert and Raymond have got their cars in the past month, as they shared the images on social media, the Limbo, and the Audi R8.
That is correct, Trexer. Anyhow, before I show my ride, you should note Robert and Raymond in their cars.
Sweet, as the cars really kick some amp.
Yes, they really kick some amp. Like amp it up to the max in terms of performance.
Yes, this is how Robert drives the Lambo, as it's an exotic supercar, as my dad gave the ride to me.
This is I obtained the Audi via auction after the place was seized by the authorities, as numerous valuable items in a significant find gets auctioned off. This after raid to shut down the most famous street racing gang with fellows who were responsible for numerous crimes thanks to blitz by Trex City Police Department. I was the highest bidder, in which car gets sold for $500,000, in which I do have check friend gave to me for 500 grand.
$500,000? That is a lot of money. This is the car is special to you.
Yes, this is I got the following car from the same auction for a quarter of the value, $125,000.
Oh my god. 2014 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X. MR trim.
Yes, this as it's the final generation of said car. This after mid-2010s the manufacturer has stopped making the Lancer Evolutions as they focused on the other cars. Most notably the 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, in which my sister got, in 2023 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross my cousin got in prior weeks. I do ride my other car, Audi e-tron, and my motorcycle, BMW Motorrad Sport motorcycle.
Steven, you must be talking about the 2024 Audi Q8 Sportback e-tron you got in the past week, replacing the other car, 2013 Honda CR-Z Hybrid, as your secondary car.
Yes, as that vehicle costs like 78k. This is we to head to Savage's apartment because Chris told me he's at the pool area. Follow the Trex Mobile. Toward the bridge.
Trexer, where is the apartment in subject?
The next turn, as I must honk to get Savage's attention.
I wonder what we gonna have for dinner.
Amy, Savage is treating us for dinner tonight.
Anyhow, no wonder Savage is at the balcony.
Yes, this is I Francis wonder, is he awaiting someone to arrive?
I am unsure, this is I Fad must know.
Oh my god. I hear the honk. Must be Trexer.
I see Savage, as we must arrive then park immediately.
It's Trexer, Rex Xylistar, as we must head to the swimming pool area at the top floor.
I knew it. He shared me images of the last trip outside Robloxian Federation in late February 2023, and the one in the past New Year's Eve on December 31st, 2022 toward January 1st, 2023.
Yes, as he was wild on MJD 60K. Also new Elite Year EY 1023 went on a tour in Elite City, Illatopia. Also new Canberra Year KB.P18, also his spring break trip to Rio de Blocks, and Greenville plus Brookhaven, even Costa Aero 2.
Yes, this as I am thrilled of the places Trexer went to once he revisits Costa Aero. This before a strong tornado wrecked the area the following week, in which destroyed the apartment, in which we have no choice but to move to Trex City. Anyhow, Trexer's friends is also coming for a visit.
Remember, look before you lock, then, lock it or lose it. We must head to front desk.
Hello. I am Steve.
I am Trexer, Rex Xylistar, and this is my friends Steven, Robert and Raymond. Where is Savage's apartment?
3rd floor.
Thank you. This is for the three of you. Head to the stairs, as I to ring the doorbell when we are at 3rd floor.
Trexer, where is your bro Chris? Is he at the apartment?
No. Last check from him via messaging, he's at the pool 1 floor above Savage's apartment at 4th floor.
Is Savage's friends also visiting?
Yes, this being Dewey, Fab, Amy and Francis, also Nico. This is we must see them, however I must ring the doorbell.
This as we must head to the pool area for a chat, as it's a splendid day. This as we must.
This as you stay.
Hold up,
whoa.
Trexer's at
Savage.
the door.
I didn't expect you to come to the door.
Trexer, we are heading to the swimming pool area at 4th floor.
This is for you Steven, Robert, and Raymond, we must head there also. I know you love to go swimming, do you have your gear with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Same as I.
Savage, how deep is the pool?
10 to 12 feet.
Yeesh, that is 3 to 4 meters, as for you Robert, Raymond, and Steven, you must get out your life jackets also. Eep, also possibly, wetsuits, helmets and pads, also fins, and goggles, and such, cause water temperature is quite chilly also, choppy and rough. Pool heater is switched off.
The pool heater needed to be serviced, as it won't be until the end of the month, as it's disconnected from electricity as it was unplugged from power.
Understood, this is I wonder did it got malfunctioned?
Yes, this after some birds abused the system, as Dewey had to grab his Glock and fire warning shots to get the birds away. However, the bullets was inadvertently aimed toward the unit, causing more damage, as Dewey was pointing his Glock at the base of the speaker as it gets reflected as it hit the unit. Some ended up into the pool water, causing the splash to get birds' attention.
However, the bullets inadvertently hit the lever or switch that tuned on the wave system.
Yes, this is for you Savage, go check on the controls once we leave the pool area.
Trexer, you going for a swim also?
No. By the way, watch for my bro Chris, he is underwater with his rebreather on. This is I heard the splash, they have since went into the pool, as I heard the Trex clock tower chimes, as I must note the time. Gosh, 3 o'clock p.m. This is I must note, 24 hours to the, whoa. I must not forget the event occurring now but outside Trex City, Trexland, even outside Crypzation Republic and Roblo Federation, being esports match from the one I follow, Quartz vs the Goats, in progress now. I hear the music, viewing party being held at DG Trex Esports Arena on the other side of the river. This as I said, this just 24 hours toward the other subject, still in category esports and gaming, in the OWL, Sharks, and the Diffus, 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow on the 27th as today is the 26th of April 2023 on a Wednesday.
27th? This just a day before I host a car show in Trek City. This to occur Friday 28th at 7 o'clock p.m.
Wrong. Friday afternoon at 3 p.m.
Yes, as Savage must be playing some Eurobeat during the car meet as he to use the speakers the same one at the pool but at the car show. By the way, is that the same music playing as with the music playing from the venue across the river?
Is that coming from the speakers on the pool side?
Yes, Nico. Savage, did you authorize Trexer to play the music from Savage's stereo system?
Yes, Dewey.
Yes, as it's for the subject tomorrow at 3. Egad. I selected the wrong music. I must have to stop playback, load the file and play the correct one. Oh my god. Must have to check audio settings, even the volume.
Yes, this is the volume is very loud.
Trexer, turn down the volume immediately.
Lowering it as it was inadvertently turned up to the max as I accidentally pressed the volume button on the side of my device.
It is okay, as you should watch what you press. Anyhow, when does the Overwatch League preseason action was held?
It was held since earlier in the month. To at least kicking off late last month. First match was Costas vs the Sharks, as the Costas win the Pro-Am tournament defeating the Star Gladiators 4-2 on the finals on April 8th.
April 8th, this when Trexer and 3 of us head to Costa Aero at that time for a visit, only to find celebrations of the Costa Mayhem in viewing party at the end of the match. Even Costa Aero police gets dispatched to control the crowd. We were originally to stay for the night but had to amend and head to Brookhaven to stay for a night as per public safety issue due to the esports fans over-celebrating in Costa Aero.
Says it ends up dangerous.
This as Chris was on a trip with us also.
And that is me, Chris Zylosktsar.
Hey there Chris.
Hold on while I take that off. Anyhow, I was like underwater. Anyhow, I heard what Trexer said. The SFS versus TOD match is tomorrow at 3.
That is correct, Chris. Anyhow, you must know the other shock in hockey, Trek City Shock versus Cryptor City Maple Leafs tomorrow at 7. This in the RBHA 2023 Bloxy Cup Finals Game 7, series are tied 3-3.
Yes, as this is for you Raymond, Robert and Steven, come as we must.
Anyhow, Chris is heading to DG Trex not to spectate the match but to get tickets for esports match but in Ypres in next 2 weeks as I to be participant in the Ypres in virtual autosport racing. Speaking of race, we go head to Trex Customs then do a physical race at Trex Speedway. This as we head to the track no later than 4. Whoa whoa whoa. For the two cars, Steven, and bro Chris, why did you put some overload on the customization? This is for you Raymond and Robert, why did you had to put on more than one spoilers? This is I only need the customizations and tune I want and not go overboard even riced out on my Trex mobile. Anyhow the four of you, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am ready.
Same as I, and you Trexer?
Yes, as I am putting on launch control. Steven, you do the honors to start.
Okay, get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no, animals on the track. Keep an eye out and be prepared to brake. Oh my god, I am right. Hit the brakes. Hard. Toggle the e-brake if needed.
Whoa,
Steven,
oh my
brake.
god. Hitting on the brakes hard and toggling the emergency brake. The animals heard and saw my car and the brake sound as they had to flee away from the track onto the grass.
Yes, although it's a close call, otherwise your Evo would have rammed into the animals causing injury to you, or damage to the Evo, even harm the animals. Thank God the animals saw it and they flee for safety.
Yes, as it's quite dangerous, thankfully Trexer gave us the heads up.
We must get the animals off the speedway and back to the wildlife reserve.
Yes, this is for you Trexer. Get the animal control's attention, even the rangers. No wonder they went onto the speedway, as I do note they went under the fence as some vandals abused the fence in the past few days.
Yes, this is an abundance of caution. We're calling off the race due to animals as we must head off the track. This is we would have continue until 6 p.m. however we must head to the cookout.
Trexer. The order is not yet ready, but it is close. This is we must sync data on our devices regarding reminders and such. Also contacts, pics, media and agendas on our calendar apps.
Okay, go get your tablet out now. as we must do so right away.
Okay. This as we connect our devices together, as you must have to sync data to your phone.
Correct, Chris.
This as things are set up as we preform the operation now. This should not take long.
Trexer, is it necessary?
Yes, Steven, as it must be done on a weekly basis anyhow. How do you get a new look? This is I wonder. EEP operation finished but resulted in warnings and 0 errors. Only warnings being duplicate events that gets detected as those were skipped.
Oh gosh. I have to force override and to rename duplicate events on our devices. You may see a prompt, once you encounter that, accept.
This is I receive a prompt, reminding to continue with the operation. This in which I to accept. I to review at a later time. Sync in progress as it won't be too long. There, finished. Only duplicates being 5 calendar entries in which gets renamed. Is it for the next month, May 2023?
Actually 4 in May 2023 and the one on June 20th, 2023.
Oh. I knew it. The big one on June 20th, 2023.
June 20th, 2023.
That is in 8 weeks' time.
Is there an event to occur on the said day? Trex Summerfest 2023?
It to be the new NYA hold-up. The order is ready, as we must head inside to obtain the meals and to pay. Is Order 784 ready?
Yes, anyhow Chris Xylostar, you brought your bro Rex aka Trexer along and 3 of your and his friends?
Yes, this being Robert, Raymond and Steven.
I do note you 5 are hungry. That will come to a total of $69.55.
$69.55. Did you review the menu, Chris? Anyhow, I went there every bi-weekly. This as I.
Chris has checked the menu on the app. This is I, and he ordered subjects for 5 of us. Our other choice was McDonald's, but that is very busy, even the drive-through. The other restaurant where Melissa work, it's also busy.
Anyhow, as I said, I to be treating. As for you cousin Arya, it to be paid in cash. $80.
Okay, this is I to check the banknotes to be genuine. I will not accept them if it's counterfeit.
I must note, remaining change to go as tip.
You sure?
Yes.
Looks like all 3 are genuine, being the latest 2023 polymer banknote series in which have nifty features to deter counterfeit. $10.45 will be the change leftover, as that to be toward as tip as I put it in the tip jar.
$10.45. That is 15% of the order cost. I would tip like 5 to 10% of the order cost.
This as we must get the meals that Mark to give out. Whoa whoa whoa. We must not forget the subject as that has since concluded. The esports match in the TD Alito. Gruven Ositech Thieves shuts out Xeno Quartz 4-zip.
This is my cousins Robert and Sean. Xylostar was spectating in Xenopolis City, Xenopolia. I wonder its costs in Zarkos and Sickles of similar meals, as I do note the cost of the meals, 69 Bloxy $55, translating to 69 Zarkos 15, and 137 Sickles 70. EEP. 5K 564 Rebex. 2000 Canbor coins. 27 Elios 82.
This is the previous customer who reside in Costa Aero, previously residing in Rio de Blocks, paid same meal for a Latino and his 5 amigos as he ordered in Spanish. Thankfully I understand what he said as he handed out a 1,000 peso note only to give change in Bloxy dollars.
This is I mark note. He speaks Spanish, as I also understand the language, even spoke to him in Spanish, as he is visiting Trex City for the week. His name is Diego Bloxart, as he also speaks English. Anyhow, I heard from his cousin Mitchell, who resides in Trex City, who works here. He said that he to give me the meals as I to give it to you. No offense Mark, as I Trexer note. Costs 556 Bloxy pesos 40 centavos.
I do note the radio beside me is tuned to Trex 96. Chris, is the radio tuned to Trex 96?
To answer, the radio on the table is tuned to Tx.Y. Maybe we need to change the radio station.
Yes, but anything but Trex Costa Radio.
Tuned to Sign 100, Tx.Y Wednesdays is airing at this time, concerning song requests from listeners who call in, or message via SMS or posted on social media. I have since made my request for Raymond on certain song he needs to try out. It should play imminently.
Okay Trexer, as I must tune this radio now from Tx.Y to Sign 100. Good timing. The song for Raymond you requested is starting to play now.
Oh my god, I have already since listened to it in the past hour via my phone, as I do love it already. My favorite song is on. I must have to crank up this radio.
Not too loud please.
Yes, no higher than 70%. Egad, that is quite a bit loud, as I do note, you set it to 8? That is 80% as the workers can hear it, as I do not want them distracted, as I am turn it down to below 70%. This is the other radio must be tuned to Sign 100. Robert, can you tune the radio to Sign 100? Also turn volume up a notch but not too loud.
Okay Chris, as I to tune to 100.00 MHz on the FM band, Sign Radio, call Sign RSIN FM from Trex City's west side. Increasing volume to 60, but reducing bass from 70 to 40, increasing treble from 40 to 50, and lowering tone level from 80 to 30, balance from slight left to center.
Yes, this is the bass needed to be lowered a notch as that song have powerful bass.
Also we are next to this television, this is I to power it on. This is, I can't reach the physical button since the TV is mounted high up.
Use the remote. It is next to you as I looked at it in prior moments.
Okay, this is I to power it on. For some reason, it's a smart web-enabled television. Gosh, did the previous patron watch the video from Block C Tube from Canbor 784 Productions being Mudkip Sparta Remix 2023 version?
Get out of the app, switch source to TV, tune to channel 4, Trex Vision 4, as we need to watch the latest late afternoon news.
Okay, Trexer, stopping playback, switching source to TV mode, tuning to channel 4. They are discussing on prep for Trex May Fest 2023, Trex Year 23, in which they are now talking on esports subject. The Owl subject, Sharks vs Defus tomorrow at 3.
Did the electronic chimes on the Trex clock's tower replace the traditional chimes?
Yes, this as it was switched on earlier than expected, as the bells were damaged as there were some vandalism to the clock tower, especially the bell room. Some fellows abused the ropes toward the hammers also to the bell, as someone lighted on fire, thus snapping the ropes, causing an incident. As the bell went crashing down toward the floor, in which smashed the slave clock servers in which the master one were in upper floors, anyhow resulted in intruder alarm. Also fire alarm as the cops and the fire department needed to be dispatched, also an ambulance as there were someone who got seriously hurt also. This as the worker saw it occur as he called 911. The incident occurred yesterday afternoon, as the electronic chimes were switched on after 5:05 p.m. for the .880 and 848 sign chimes to mark Choi 88. Anyhow, the broadcast for the Overwatch League 2023 season opener gets underway now, as Robert has started playing subject on the TV as we and the fellows at the cookout to host the viewing party, Trex style, but they to tune the TV to some hockey before 7 this evening.
Yes, the SF Shock and the TO Defiant to be competing on the first match of the season.
Yes, However, no wonder it gets also broadcast on Sign 100 on the esports match then hockey.
Yes, as it to be quite interesting.
What a heated esports match in Control, in which map score being 1-0 in favor of Sharks in the final play, as both teams had control each at 99% in map 5, as it was 1-1 in map score in map 1 with action from the Defers to lead. However, it was tied 2-2 in match score with last minute swipe by the Sharks to gain control and to dominate in the last act to win 3-2. I wonder how this hockey game gets played out as series is tied 3-3. Can Tx.Y Shock repeat the action in hockey and the shock movement carried over from the SF Shock in esports OWL?
I really hope so, as it's based in Trex City as they take on the Cryptor City Maple Leafs. How did it get renamed from Cryptor City Red Wings? Same roster, new hockey jerseys, new logo, new name, new team colors. Too bad Costa Aerocostas gets disqualified, as the team gets permanently banned from hockey matches due to actions back in January 2023 due to everyone in the roster over celebrating for new Canbor DEI and Spinelian solar year of year 18, also to mark new Maya on the Canbor DEI and Spinelian duodecimal calendar, as the team in Costa Aero gets disbanded as a result. This due to the hockey player who's a Canbor DEI and immigrant to Robloxian Federation for the Costas, as Costa Arena gets blown up as punishment as well.
This as it's a serious violation of the RxHA hockey rules, as it's more just an unsportsmanlike conduct, as the subject is not allowed.
Yes, over-celebration of subject is strictly prohibited even during playoffs, with only exception when the winning team celebrates such win in Game 7 at the end of the match.
Yes, anyhow the players are on the ice as with 2 referees and 2 linesmen, as the show is just about to start.
Yes. Recalling the series in the finals, Cryptor City Maple Leafs win games 1-3, but Tx.Y Shock prevented the sweep and won games 4-6 to even the series tied at 3, as I hope they to do it 4 in a row.
Yes, Game 4 and 5 were contested. Game 6 were swift for the Shock, in which in the last fixture last Tuesday, Tx.Y Shock blanked Cryptor City Maple Leafs 6-0.
They are about to face off, as it to be 3 of the 20-minute intermissions, 5-on-5, with intermissions, as once the score gets tied after third period, goes into sudden death overtime with 20-minute rounds and short intermissions. The hockey match just kicks off now. Tx.Y Shock wins the face-off and have possession of the puck. Anyhow, the team who scores in overtime wins the match.
No wonder the opponents get sent to the penalty box for such bizarre actions. Oh my. He shoots. He scores.
Oh my god. Such bizarre goal. The Shock must be quite sneaky, as the team is on the board, leading 1-0, as the 2-minute minor penalty for the opponent, as it was 2-man advantage. The one had the least time as the player is back on the ice, as it was deemed in fact a power play goal. as the 2-minute minor gets cleared prematurely for the opponent due to such goal.
Yes, however, the other player is serving a 5-minute major for such bizarre acts.
Yes, however, the actions were quite unusual in hockey. Thankfully, the referees put a stop to it.
Understood, as any scores scored by the shock will not terminate the penalty for the opponent, as there is time left on the penalty for the opponent, 3 minutes 13 seconds. To be initially for roughing now changed to some unsportsmanlike conduct. He was doing X-rated subject to a minor, forcing her to do lewd acts, a furry being a tiger in diapers. As they were doing subject in which rang alarm bells to the Block C Moderation Council. What an epic period. However, once the 5-minute major ends for the opponent, once he returns to the ice, he gets oofed with Page with X in the middle of the hockey game, in which forces play to be stopped by the referees. An emergency substitution for the opponent as a timeout was called. The hockey player gets terminated, for some unknown reason during timeout. The young tiger furry in diapers also gets oofed with Page with X as his mother was screaming. Security gets called in as she gets escorted out. The youngster gets also banned for life, terminated off the platform, as the mother gets arrested by the cops for such disturbance. Anyhow, Tx City Shock leads 1-0 after first.
She got arrested by the cops? Did the management call Tx City Police for such unjust disturbance?
Yes, as she was upset as she was going to cause harm to the spectators or the hockey players or cause damage.
Anyhow, we must get some crisps and drinks during the intermission. Go Shock go. Whoa. Oh my god. Such dog went roaming on the ice.
Oh my god. How did he got onto the ice? Thank god the referees halt play as they note the subject on site. Beep. The Trex clock's tower chimes. It's just approaching the new Trex day and 8 p.m. 0 o'clock sign. Also the Trex siren. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 15th about the Trex. Trex year 23. Also for Robert and Sean, Delta 26th, EY 1023 as they to either head to a TRC tomorrow or head toward Trex City depending on outcome of hockey match. This is, whoa. Such surprise event gets held now at the new Trex Day, this coming from DG Trex Esports Arena adjacent to Trex Arena where the hockey match gets held. Two of the esports teams, DG Trex Esports taking on Cryptor City Matrix, best of 7, Blas Eaton Bomness.
The dog is now off the ice, but delay is still in progress because of the Trex siren. Also the music from Digi Trex as the management of the hockey arena to telephone the management of the esports arena to cut with the music.
Yes, the Trex siren will hush at 001 sign, 8:02 p.m. and 24 seconds. This is it's for a time signal.
About time the music has been hushed, as they complied to the request as the officials will wait for the Trex siren to hush in a minute.
Yes, as with the chimes on the Trex clock playing the 8th toll then to hush.
It sure was a contested second period. Tied at 2 after second. No wonder shots on goals tied at 36 as it was very contested indeed.
Yes. This is we must discard the rubbish in trash and recycling then head to the refreshment area to get some hot dogs and soda.
This is I must head to the washroom as well.
Wow, that was such a surprise. Now the Shock is leading 3-2. Must be a hat-trick shot. Just 3 seconds into third immediately after face-off.
Trex City Shock must be very creative on this goal.
Yes, as they lead 4-2 early in latter half of third. This is it, toward the final 12 seconds. Drat. Cryptor City Maple Leafs just scored. The lead is cut to 1. Tx.Y leading 4-3.
Hold on. It may be a close call. This is referees' error. It needs to go into video review to determine if it's a valid goal or not. The puck is on the side of the netting, but did it went in or not? That is the question.
It is determined not a goal. Puck did not go in the net as it missed by an inch or so as it went to the side of the netting outside of the net. No wonder it set off the sensor in which the system determined to result in goal.
Understood, Chris, as the goal for KCML is deducted by 1 as it's back to 4-2 in favor of the Tx.Y. This is it. The final play. I have the urge that the TCS have the best defensive players and goalkeeper as the final dozen seconds to be interesting, plus empty net for the KCML, could be good opportunity for TCS to score an extra goal, but I do note KCML may be good to stop it. Brace yourselves, puck drop.
I am curious of the outcome. I hope the Shock wins.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, Tx City Shock. They win. They win. They are the 2023 Tx Year 23 RXHL Roblo Extreme Hockey League Bloxy Cup Championships. First time ever since the formation in 2000 were Tx Year 0. They win 4-2 and win the best of 7 series 4-3.
The Tx siren just went off. Is this in response to the win? And which system set off the siren?
The siren went off suddenly at time of event. Was it automatic or did bogey sound the alarm?
He was monitoring the subject very closely on the TV.
Or did he set it off remotely?
It was automatic via Tx system via main and secondary, also bogey alarm alerting systems as 3 motors, 2 at my and Chris house and 1 at bogey's next door, on the same drivetrain shaft operating the Tx siren. Just heard from bogey. He is sure celebrating hard. Also heard from Zenzi Cryptor from RDK main HQ in Elite City, Ilitopia. He has since heard of it also and have since sounded the RDK alarm. I am watching live stream of RDK TV service, also Tx Vision. The hosts for RDK 3000 TriStar tonight, also Tx News Night Watch has since heard of subject and have since went into news flash. Also from Sean and Robert. They have since scrapped trip to a TRC to spectate Tronic Shock vs Goat and to arrive to Tx City by tomorrow.
I wonder, does Alftronic City Shock to keep the shock movement after learning of 2 events yesterday, 1 in esports in OWL in the season opener, and 1 in hockey in which we spectated last night. We did not know it's a 2-match series as ACS wins match 1. Match 2 isn't until 808 o'clock sign, 3:12 p.m.
No wonder viewing of subject is today in the next 1 and 1/4 hours. There was a viewing party of subject this morning, but there was a fire, police/lockdown and tornado alarm in which put the subject in a screeching halt done by Cryptor City Maple Leafs fan in response for last night's loss. Thankfully the cops and fire department arrive and the cops arrest the fool responsible for debilitate false alarms. Also have to talk to the subject to the police and fire chiefs. There were no severe weather as it's a nice day, as there were no shooting and no fire as this was a debilitate act. Now, we have since heard, viewing party gets moved to DG Tx due to subject I explained in which occurred this morning as Tx Arena is now used for the public to skate as admission is free.
Yes, however we are the ones who arrive early, as VIP fellows like us arrive first to skate, as it to be open to public skate at 3. This is I had to put on my skates, pads and helmet, as I am going on the ice, as I note some sponsors also the subjects the crew have since put on for the special day in the prior week or 2. I will mention certain events in which to be showcased on certain subjects or platforms.
Hold up, does it relate to the events this weekend toward next week, including the coronation of King Charles III and Camilla on May 6, 2023?
Wrong. It's not the coronation of King Charles III and Camilla. It's concerning other subjects in the short term.
One of the events will be held on the 30th in afternoon local time in Tx City, but the event will not be held in Tx City. This to occur 3 p.m. in which translates to midnight in UTC plus 5 hours in which gets mentioned in one of the subjects with the sign of it closest to us.
This in which I to go on the ice and skate to the sign in subject. What Trexer explains to be on 2 of the Canbor Dayan television networks, KB News 24 DEC and Canbor Net, also other TV networks by Canbor Telemedia based in Canbordi City for Happy New Month Canbordi Gumbalan KB.P18 in which translates to May 2023, with the key events in May, the coronation of Charles III in Camilla on the 6th, Cinco de Mayo on the 5th and Children's Day in Nippon Blocks Land on the 5th also May Day on 1st, as with Star Wars Day on the 4th.
Yes, Star Wars Day, coming up next week. May the 4th be with you.
I must also note the fellows at KB 784 Bureau in Canbordi City to be at it on the 30th toward the 1st of May on the H&M subject as well. This is I skate down that way. No wonder Trexer, you put such promotion to R-86 64 Studios on the sponsor signage? I must note the Roblox logo as well. Agad, did Pinewood Builders pitch in as well?
They made the tech for the scoreboard, replacing the old one in the past month. As with the fellows at RDK 3000 TriStar with the time encounters services as we also them partner with the timekeeping and system at Trex Arena.
Jesus Christ. Elito News 24, Canbor Net, ATR News Net, TD News 1MK, Zeno 24 and KH24. Did the international editions gets broadcast to Trex City?
Yes.
This is I to skate around fast and come back to you. I must explain subject to air on KH24 even KH24 International, before 1 p.m. Trex City, on the 30th, before midnight in Mudkip City Kipniwanershan and Hewexatex Union to be New Year in the legacy system, as they to do the H&M video countdown but this with a twist.
Yes, it to be the Kipniwanershan New Year, Eve, in the next 2 days 23 hours, as it's 2 p.m., 7:30 sign. This is the Trex clock tower and the Trex siren playing the chimes and time signal. This is reminder notification shows up. Car show hosted by Savage to occur in the next hour.
This is for you Trexer. I am to skate to the center ice as the fellows even painted the decal of your logo in square form, being the Trex seal. This is you and R-86 64 Studios made significant donation to Trex Arena as the fellows say they want to thank you for the contributed support.
Yes, this with assistance from Cami as he left the unused hockey gear and equipment including the nets and such, also some money as that goes toward the arena.
Phew, the river was quite deep. Anyhow, no wonder Trexer told us to resurface at 3:15 because he told us Robert and Sean has since went to Roblo Federation for a visit, via pager on him as he checked his Trex watch.
Yes, as we would have resurfaced once the tanks run out and rebreather kicks in.
Yes, anyhow Trexer told Sean and Robert to head to the cookout.
Yes, this is they should come any minute, as we should get something to eat. I am hungry.
Yes Trexer, as I to be treating this time as you treated us in the last visit.
Yes, anyhow they should spot your cars, Chris and Trexer, as it's in plain view for them.
I see Trexer and Chris car, make a turn and detour.
Okay.
The show just went into a commercial break.
Robert, why not change it to Trex Vision?
Okay.
We almost missed out on Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, a 1988 TV film.
Yes, as the credits is just now showing.
Scooby-Doo? I watched the show once I was young.
Same as I, no wonder it gets aired on Trex Vision.
Yes, this is the film made it to Roblo television in prior few years, after initial airing of Scoob being a 2020 film, in 2020 or Trex Year 20, in the summer in Roblo Federation.
Yes, or a leap year Y1020 or Canberra year KB.P18, just 30 years after Elitopian release.
Sean and Robert, nice to meet you.
Is your Trex car packed up?
Yes.
Same as my car.
This is for you, Chris and Trexer. We must depart soon, however, but first,